Hello and welcome to another episode of Resining of the Living Dead. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Today we are going to be attempting the freeform bowl once again. However, this time we've got a little bit of a twist. We have a challenge. The challenge is to make it look like butterfly wings. So you'll be seeing this picture. And this picture is a glass blown bowl, freeform bowl, and you can see it has the black edges with white dots, and then it has the colored glass to look like butterfly wings. We're going to try to duplicate that in a resin form. So what we have is from the Baltic Day pigment paste, we have the Black Abyss. We have the Baltic Day Snow White, and those are both pigment pastes. And then from the Let's Resin alcohol inks, we have the Dandelion Yellow and the Peach. I think those two colors will probably look good. So here's the plan. We are going to be pouring the outer edge just a little bit with the black so that it gives us our border. We'll do a little bit of black in the middle, which will be our center point. Then what we're going to do using the white is put some dots in the outer edge, and then using our either a Dixie cup that's kind of got a point, or we'll use our stick to kind of draw. But what we're going to do is we're going to pull that black in a line from the outer edge to the middle, and then have some crossing lines like in the picture that you saw. And then at that point will be okay. It should be good. So it's going to be black here, clear in the middle, and then the dots, and then some lines that are going to come in the middle from the outer part, just a straight line, and then some cross lines in between, much like the picture. And we'll show that picture from time to time as we're working to see that we're doing the right way. So first and foremost, I'm going to mix up my 2-part resin. Probably going to do about, I don't know, maybe about 10 to 12 ounces, maybe a little bit more. Be okay to have more than less. So I'm going to grab that 2-part resin, mix it up, and then we will be right back to start. See you then. All right, so we have mixed up our 2-part resin. And what we're going to do now is, let me just move this around a little bit for a moment. What we're going to do is add our black pigment paste. And we're going to start with this smaller amount because we want to make sure that we don't make too much of the color that we don't need. So let me go ahead and do that. Let me see, do I have somewhere I could set this dirty thing? Yeah, right there. We'll clean that up later. So we're going to go ahead and mix up our black. We want to make sure that this is completely opaque. We don't want to see through it. It's still a little clear. I'm going to add a little bit more. Alright, I think that's going to be good. Let's see. Oh yeah, nice and dark. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to pour a little bit in the center, and then a little bit around the edge. So we'll start with the middle, and that's what I didn't want to do. I did not want to drip, so we're going to have a little bit of a mess. That's not in the center. Okay, and then a little bit around the edges. So I may block the camera view a little bit, and if I do, I'm sorry. All right, now what I'm going to do is put the clear in the middle. That way it can start to thicken. And we're just going to pour it around in the center and let it flow its way out to the outer edge. And let's see if we can kind of drag this black back into the center without making it too much of a mess. I think that's going to be okay. I think the colors are going to wash that out. We are going to need maybe a little bit more for the white. We can make a little bit of white and see if that's enough to do our dots. So we're going to take our white and let's mix it in what we have left here. We don't have a lot, but we can do our dots. All right, I think what we're going to do is take our paintbrush, because that'll give us a dot. And let's just put some on the paintbrush and then just do a drop. And we're just going to let it fall naturally. We knew that was going to happen, didn't we? We'll fix it. We need one over here, I think. as it comes off the end of the paintbrush, we can kind of put it where we want it. This one needs to be bigger. And it is sinking, but it'll go through to the other side, so that's okay, I think. And some of these spots have got little drops. We can fix that with bigger drops, I think. That looks good. And that looks fine. This one over here is kind of messy. I don't know if we're going to be able to fix that one, but we know butterflies are not, this is not perfect, but we're going to get there. And we'll put another one up near the edge over here. Put a drop there. Let's see, we can fix this spot up here too. Let's see. I mean, I don't know if you can see on the video clearly, but it's some of the drops are sinking. They'll make it through to the other side, which will be maybe our inside or outside. I'm not quite sure yet. Let's see. We have a lot of white, so we can do a bit more drops. Let's try to fix this one down here. Just trying to go all the way around and make sure that there's no spots that don't have many drops. Let's do one over here. And maybe one down here. There we go. We'll fix this corner. Yeah, they're definitely sinking in. We'll go over them one more time on some of them. Okay, so the next plan is to take our alcohol inks and give it some drops. So we're going to use the dandelion yellow, and we're just going to put some drops around the outside. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to have it squirt out like a rocket. Like it just did. Let me shake it up a little bit more. I need to drop up here. I'm going to try to make sure that there's drops right along the edge. All right. Okay. Now we're going to take our peach and do the same thing for the rest of the middle. I'm not sure if this one is open. It is not. So give me 1 second. I'm going to cut the tip off of this one. Let me just grab a napkin. And then we're going to just put our peach colors in the middle. And you can see some of it's coming out a little faster than I would like, but that's okay, it'll spread. Okay. And for the last step, the plan is to take our black and give it some lines from the center. From the edge to the center. So we'll just do it like this. We want to make sure that at the top here it's blending into the black outer edge. So oops, that one was not good. We will fix that with a cross line. And we're just going to take it right to the middle. The joys of being left-handed. Maybe a little bit. Let's get a little bit of a little more on the stick here, and then we're gonna. And again, anywhere that we make these drips, we can fix. And we'll do one more line here. All right, now we need to do a few cross lines. So we're just gonna just go like that, and then we'll do some on every one of them. You know what, let me do this. Let me get we'll get the paintbrush and clean that off real quick. And then we're just going to go across to the next line. Okay, we'll do another one over here, nice and small. Well, that came out thick, but we can thin that out like this. And we'll take that where it got a little thick, and we'll thin it out to the next line. We need one up here because this is kind of, I don't know what happened here. It's kind of spread out. Where else do we need something? Let's try up here. Here we'll just divide that up a little bit, and then we'll do one here. Kind of push that white back too. All right, so the plan is now to let it sit for 6 hours, and then we will demold it. Let's see if we can get a couple more white drops up here where I can't see that anymore. I am sorry for the silence, as I'm trying to be so gentle and careful with not making it super messy. I think as this is thickening up, it's making it a lot easier to work with, I think. All right, I'm going to stop tinkering with this, because the more I tinker with it, the more chances something doesn't come out right. But I see a lot of spots where I would like to have something better. And I certainly have a lot of resin left to do something with, so let's put one more up here. And see? And that's exactly what I was talking about. All right, that's the sign to stop. Let me see if I can just fix that a little bit. Kind of push it back into a circle, or at least a dot, or something less than a line. There we go. All right, we're gonna set a timer for 6 hours, clean up the mess here, and I will see you when we demold. See you in 6 hours. All right, it has been 6 hours, and we are going to take this out. We have our bowl. We're gonna put our bowl underneath, and you just move this out of the way. I'm gonna slide this over to the left. Put our bowl here. Now I'm not sure if this is going to be, I think this is going to end up being the inside. So when we take it out, it's going to be upside down and then laid across this, draped down. And wish for the best. So, let's see. Oh, it is. Oh, look at what it's doing to my, it's putting fingerprints too. Well, that's definitely going to be the inside. I'm not sure how we're going to avoid that. Let's see. So if I put this like this, and now let me work it out of the mold. So it's going to fall. That's good. I hope that you can see this. Thing is, I don't want to rip I don't want to tear the resin. And these gloves are not working great. Let me do this. These gloves are not going to work for this process, but these will. So while you can see that it's falling, so that's good. So the timing is right. The question becomes what happened with the colors, because I think the issue is that there was too much of the black resin on the outside. So for attempt number 4, we're going to have to use less resin on the back, on the outer edge. So let's see what we got here. And we're just going to try to work this puppy out. I can see some of the pigment paste did not adhere. It's still on the you got a little gnat flying around. Goodness, this is a challenge in itself, but it is coming out. So there's that. I'm happy to say that it is coming out of the mold ever so gently. And then we're going to just press it down a little bit to help it form to this bowl. Oh, that's the white alcohol ink that we put in. So we are almost completely free of the outer part, which we are now, and we're going to just finish the job. We may need to move it over a little bit. I'm going to stand up here for a second as I continue to work this out of the mold. You'll see there's a spot here that just, it doesn't look like it cured very well. If I bump the camera, I am sorry. Now we are almost out. I think the real key is going to be what it looks like after it solidifies in here. There's one spot right here where it looks like the pigment paste didn't really mix and it's stuck. But I guess that's the good thing about the freeform bowl, is that it's going to, let's see if we can go this way. Nice and gentle. Yeah. We are out, but I want to move this center a little bit, like that. This piece here is where I'm I don't really like it, but I guess as a freeform bowl, we get what we get. This needs to be stretched out a little bit. I can cover that up a little bit with some stretching. Just want to make sure that the bottom is going to be flat, because then it'll just sit however it sits. It's going to be a little bit wider on one side. I have this piece right here I want to fix. Like that. This one. All right, that side is kind of wonky, but for now, I think it's going to be good. We're going to let this sit for the remainder of the cure, which is till tomorrow. And then we will pop it off of here and see what we've got. So let me just give you a real quick. I like what happened here, even though it didn't really work out to the whole bowl, but we'll see once it comes out. So with that said, I will see you in 24 hours, more like 18 hours, but in about 18 to 20 hours, we will come back and pop this off of the bowl and see how it looks. See you then. All right, well, we have taken it off of the bowl, and it did not quite turn out how we had hoped, how I had hoped. However, we are going to take a positive from this, in that we were able to get it to be a bowl. There's some issues here where I think it just didn't fold in correctly, this one side, as a matter of fact, but the other part of it looks okay. We have some color here that you can see. flip it over and you can see we have color. Not quite a butterfly wing, so there's that. However, I do think it came out all right. You can see the grooves from the bowl that we put it on, so definitely want to use a flat, smooth bowl. The other thing is, I think what I want to do next time is use something a little more narrow, like this silicone mixing cup, have it raised so that when it comes down, it's a lot more narrow and tall as opposed to wide and flat. With that said, I'm going to chalk it up as a win and certainly take the things that I learned from this attempt for the next one. And there'll definitely be a next one. Also, with that said, I would like to put out a challenge, as I mentioned before, to the other creators of resin arts and crafts to do something that mimics the butterfly wings, whether it is a bowl, whether it is a dish, whether it is a freeform bowl like this, anything. I'd like to see what you'd like to do. So, and I will create a playlist out of it. So if you would like to do it, by all means, please do. Send me a link to the video once you upload it. And what I will do is create a playlist with a hashtag resin challenge, or crafting challenge. I'm about to go back and look and see what I did. I think it was crafting challenge. But I'm going to go ahead and create a playlist of that, and let's see what you all can do. I'd like to see, so again, the challenge is the butterfly wing effect. I will show that picture now, and then let's see what you got. So again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed watching this, please hit that like button, and also if you have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Both of those are free, and both of those help this channel grow. Please share the video, and again, comments, questions, please put them in the chat and I will answer each and every one of them. Until next time, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day and keep on crafting.